Good morning, beautiful souls. Today we are going to explore 9 things you can begin practicing today to truly transform your life. The journey to change begins within. Our thoughts are powerful, our words even more so, and I am here to remind you that you are the author of your own story. Every single thought we think is creating our future. This concept may sound simple, but it holds immense power. In every moment, we are shaping our lives with our thoughts. Yet many of us go through life unaware of the power our minds hold, believing that we are at the mercy of external circumstances. The truth is, by changing our thoughts, we can change our entire experience of life. The first step to transforming your life through thought is awareness. Most of the time, our thoughts are habitual. We think the same negative thoughts over and over, unaware of their impact. These thoughts often stem from fear, worry, or doubt. Over time, they become so ingrained that we start to believe they are facts, when in reality, they are just beliefs, opinions about ourselves and the world that can be changed. To shift your life, you must become conscious of your thoughts. Start paying attention to what you say to yourself throughout the day. Do you criticize yourself when you make a mistake? Do you dwell on what's wrong rather than celebrating what's right? You might be surprised by how often your inner dialogue is filled with negativity, but don't worry once you notice these patterns. You've already taken the first step toward change. The next step is to consciously replace negative thoughts with positive ones. This might feel strange at first, especially if you've spent years reinforcing beliefs that don't serve you. But just as your mind learned to accept negative thoughts as truth, it can also learn to accept positive thoughts. This is where affirmations come in. Affirmations are positive, present tense statements that help reprogram your mind. By repeating affirmations daily, you begin to replace old, limiting beliefs with new, empowering ones. For example, if you constantly think, "I'm not good enough," replace that thought with, "I am worthy of love and success." At first, your mind may resist, telling you that this new belief isn't true. But over time, as you repeat it, your subconscious mind will start to accept this new belief as reality. Eventually, your outer world will shift to match this inner transformation. You'll notice new opportunities, healthier relationships, and a deeper sense of peace. One important thing to remember is that changing your thoughts doesn't mean denying your feelings or pretending that challenges don't exist. It's about reframing how you respond to those challenges. Life will always bring ups and downs, but your thoughts determine how you navigate them. Instead of focusing on what's wrong, train your mind to seek solutions, learn from difficulties, and trust that everything is working out for your highest good. Another powerful tool in changing your thoughts is the practice of gratitude. When we focus on what we're thankful for, we shift our energy from lack to abundance. Gratitude helps us appreciate the present moment rather than dwelling on what's missing. Start by listing a few things each day that you are grateful for, whether it's your health, a kind word from a friend, or simply the sunshine. This simple practice helps train your mind to see the positive in any situation, which in turn attracts more positivity into your life. Visualization is another technique to help shift your thoughts. Spend a few minutes each day imagining your ideal life. See yourself living in joy, health, and abundance. Feel what it's like to experience these things as if they're already happening. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and imagined, so by visualizing your desired life, you send a powerful message to the universe that you are ready to receive it. As you continue this journey of changing your thoughts, be patient with yourself. You've spent years building certain patterns of thinking, and they won't change overnight. But with consistent effort, you will begin to see shifts both in your mindset and in your life. Trust that every time you replace a negative thought with a positive one, you are planting the seeds for a brighter future. Remember, your thoughts are not set in stone. You have the power to rewrite the narrative of your life at any moment. When you choose to think thoughts of love, abundance, and possibility, you open the door to miracles. You are the creator of your reality, and by changing your thoughts, you change your life forever. Loving yourself completely is the foundation for all positive change in your life. It is a concept that many of us struggle with, but when embraced, it becomes one of the most powerful tools for transformation. At its core, self-love is about recognizing your inherent worth, accepting yourself fully, flaws and all, and treating yourself with kindness, compassion, and respect. It's not about vanity or narcissism. It's about having a deep, unwavering appreciation for who you are right now. One of the most profound realizations is that how you feel about yourself determines everything else in your life. The way you talk to yourself, the way you treat yourself, and the way you allow others to treat you are all reflections of your self-love. When you love yourself, you set healthy boundaries, cultivate nurturing relationships, and make decisions that align with your highest good. On the other hand, when self-love is lacking, you may find yourself stuck in unhealthy patterns, constantly seeking external validation, or tolerating situations that don't serve you. Many of us were not taught how to love ourselves. We were raised in environments that emphasized external achievements, approval from others, or meeting societal standards of success. As a result, we learned to base our self-worth on what we do, how we look, or how others perceive us. But true self-love doesn't come from any of these external factors. It comes from within, from the understanding that you are enough just as you are. You don't have to earn love or prove your worthiness. It is inherent in your being. One of the first steps toward loving yourself completely is to become aware of how you speak to yourself. Pay attention to the inner dialogue that runs through your mind throughout the day. Is it supportive, encouraging, and kind? Or is it filled with self-criticism, doubt, and negativity? Many of us have internalized harsh, judgmental voices from our past, whether from parents, teachers, or society, that have now become part of our own thought patterns. These critical voices undermine our self-esteem and keep us from embracing who we truly are. To counteract this, you can begin practicing self-compassion. Imagine speaking to yourself the way you would to a dear friend or a child you love. Would you berate them for making a mistake? Would you tell them they're not good enough, not smart enough, or not worthy of love? Of course not. You would encourage them, reassure them, and remind them of their inherent value. This is the way you should talk to yourself, especially in moments of doubt or struggle. Another essential aspect of self-love is self-acceptance. This means embracing all parts of yourself, not just the ones you like or that others approve of. It means accepting your flaws, mistakes, and imperfections without judgment. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses, and loving yourself fully means acknowledging and embracing both. Instead of striving for perfection, allow yourself to be human. You are a work in progress, and that's okay. You are still deserving of love, regardless of your imperfections. Self-love also involves taking care of yourself emotionally, physically, and mentally. This means prioritizing your needs, setting healthy boundaries, and making time for activities that nourish your soul. Self-care is an act of self-love. It can be as simple as taking a walk in nature, spending time with loved ones, or practicing mindfulness. It's about listening to your body and mind and giving yourself what you need to feel balanced, happy, and whole. One powerful exercise in cultivating self-love is to practice mirror work, a concept introduced by Louise. Stand in front of a mirror, look into your own eyes, and say, "I love you." At first, this might feel uncomfortable or even silly. Many people find it difficult to say those words to themselves, but over time, as you repeat this exercise, you will begin to feel a shift. You will start to believe it. This simple practice can help break down years of self-criticism and replace it with love and acceptance. Forgiveness is another crucial aspect of loving yourself. Often we hold on to guilt, shame, or regret from past mistakes. But part of self-love is recognizing that you are not defined by your past. You are constantly evolving, and your past does not have to dictate your future. Forgive yourself for any perceived wrongdoings, and allow yourself the freedom to move forward without carrying the weight of past judgments. It's also important to release the need for external validation. Many of us look to others for approval, hoping that if we are loved by others, we will finally feel worthy. But the truth is, no amount of external validation can replace the love you must give to yourself. When you rely on others to make you feel good about yourself, you give away your power. True self-love comes from within. It is a deep, unshakable knowing that you are worthy no matter what others think or say. In conclusion, loving yourself completely is not a one-time event, but an ongoing practice. It requires daily attention, patience, and commitment. But the rewards are immense. When you love yourself, you create a solid foundation from which all other positive changes can grow. You become more resilient, more confident, and more open to the love and abundance that life has to offer. You are worthy of love simply because you exist. Embrace that truth and let it guide you in every area of your life. Letting go of the past is one of the most liberating and transformative things you can do for yourself. The past often holds us in chains, binding us to memories, regrets, or painful experiences that no longer serve us. Yet we cling to these memories, replaying them in our minds and allowing them to shape our present and future. When we choose to let go of the past, we open ourselves up to new possibilities, healing, and growth. It's not always easy, but it is necessary for creating the life you truly desire. One of the biggest reasons people hold on to the past is because they feel defined by it. They may have gone through traumatic experiences, heartbreak, or made mistakes that they can't seem to forgive themselves for. These events, though painful, can become part of their identity. People often say, "This is who I am," because of what happened to me. While your experiences shape you, they don't have to define you. You are not your past. You are a dynamic, evolving being who is constantly growing and changing. When you hold on to past pain, you prevent yourself from stepping into the person you are meant to become. To let go of the past, the first step is to acknowledge what you are holding on to. It could be a specific event, a relationship, a mistake, or a time when life didn't turn out the way you expected. Often we bury these feelings because they are uncomfortable or painful to confront. But in order to release them, we must first face them. Ask yourself, what from my past is still affecting me today? What do I need to let go of to move forward? This awareness is the beginning of the healing process. Forgiveness plays a crucial role in letting go of the past. Forgiveness is often misunderstood as condoning or excusing someone else's behavior. But in reality, forgiveness is about setting yourself free. When you hold on to resentment, anger, or hurt, you are the one who suffers. It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. By forgiving, you release the emotional burden that you have been carrying. This doesn't mean you forget what happened, but it means you no longer allow it to control you. Forgiveness is an act of self-love and self-compassion, a decision to prioritize your own peace and well-being over the pain of the past. It's also important to forgive yourself. We are often our own harshest critics, replaying past mistakes and punishing ourselves long after the event has passed. But holding on to self-blame and guilt only serves to keep you stuck. You are human, and making mistakes is part of the journey. Instead of judging yourself for the past, ask yourself what you have learned from those experiences. What wisdom have they given you that you can carry forward? When you forgive yourself, you release the heavy burden of guilt and allow yourself the freedom to grow and move on. Another aspect of letting go is accepting that the past cannot be changed. No matter how much we dwell on what could have been, the reality is that what's done is done. The only thing we have control over is how we choose to move forward. Acceptance doesn't mean liking or approving of what happened. It means recognizing that it happened and that it's time to stop resisting reality. By accepting the past, you take back your power and focus your energy on creating a better future rather than wishing things were different. Mindfulness is a helpful tool for letting go of the past. Often when we are stuck in the past, we are not fully present in the here and now. We are either replaying old memories or worrying about how past events will affect our future. Mindfulness teaches us to stay grounded in the present moment, to be aware of our thoughts without becoming attached to them. When a memory or painful thought from the past arises, acknowledge it without judgment, then gently guide your focus back to the present. This practice helps you break the habit of reliving the past and allows you to fully experience the present moment. Gratitude can also be a powerful force in releasing the past. When you focus on what is good in your life right now, it becomes easier to let go of what once was. Gratitude shifts your perspective from what is missing to what is abundant. Even if your past was filled with pain, there are always things to be grateful for in the present. This practice can help you see the beauty in your current life and remind you that you have the power to create new positive experiences. Lastly, letting go of the past requires patience and self-compassion. Healing is a process, and it doesn't happen overnight. Be gentle with yourself as you navigate this journey. Some days you may feel like you've made progress, while other days you may feel stuck. This is normal. What's important is that you continue to show up for yourself, even when it feels hard. Each time you choose to release a little more of the past, you make room for more love, joy, and possibility in your life. In conclusion, letting go of the past is one of the most freeing and empowering things you can do for yourself. It allows you to step out of the shadows of old experiences and into the light of new beginnings. You are not defined by what has happened to you. You are defined by how you choose to move forward. Release the weight of the past and embrace the limitless potential of the present. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful yet challenging acts of healing we can undertake. It's easy to talk about forgiveness when it involves minor misunderstandings, but when the hurt runs deep, forgiveness can feel nearly impossible. Whether it's betrayal, abandonment, or emotional wounds that have cut us to the core, letting go of the pain can seem like we are giving up something vital to our identity or sense of justice. But in truth, holding on to anger, resentment, or bitterness only keeps us shackled to the past, preventing us from experiencing true freedom and peace. One of the most common misconceptions about forgiveness is that it's for the benefit of the person who wronged us. Many people feel that by forgiving they are condoning or excusing the harmful behavior. They may think, if I forgive them, it's like saying what they did was okay, but this couldn't be further from the truth. Forgiveness is not about the other person, it's about you. It's about reclaiming your power and freeing yourself from the emotional prison that holding on to pain creates. You forgive not to pardon the other person, but to release the weight you've been carrying. The act of forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself. When we don't forgive, the negative emotions associated with the event, anger, bitterness, resentment, consume us. These emotions don't just affect our minds, they affect our physical and mental health as well. Chronic anger can increase stress, weaken the immune system, and contribute to conditions like anxiety, depression, and even heart disease. By holding on to grudges, we allow the actions of others to continue to harm us long after the event has passed. When we forgive, we sever the ties that keep us bound to that pain. Forgiveness can feel especially difficult when the person who hurt us has not apologized or shown any remorse. It may feel like justice hasn't been served, and we may resist forgiveness as a way of holding on to that sense of righteous anger. But waiting for someone else to apologize or make amends before we forgive is like giving them control over our emotional well-being. In these cases, it's important to recognize that forgiveness is something we do for ourselves, regardless of the other person's actions. You don't have to wait for an apology to find peace. By choosing to forgive, you reclaim your emotional power and stop letting the other person's actions control your feelings. Forgiving doesn't mean forgetting or denying what happened. It doesn't mean you have to let that person back into your life or tolerate harmful behavior. Forgiveness doesn't require reconciliation, unless that's what you want. It's possible to forgive someone and still maintain healthy boundaries or choose to move on from the relationship. In fact, boundaries are an essential part of the healing process. They allow you to protect your well-being while still letting go of the emotional weight of resentment. Forgiveness is about releasing the grip that the pain has on you, not about erasing the lesson or the experience. Another important aspect of forgiveness is self-forgiveness. Often we are our own harshest critics, holding on to guilt, shame, or regret over things we've done or failed to do. We may replay past mistakes over and over in our minds, unable to let go of the belief that we should have done better. But self-forgiveness is just as essential as forgiving others. You are human, and like everyone else, you make mistakes. It's part of being alive. The key to self-forgiveness is recognizing that every experience is an opportunity for growth. Instead of condemning yourself for past actions, ask yourself what you can learn from them. How can these experiences make you wiser or more compassionate? When you forgive yourself, you open the door to healing and personal transformation. The process of forgiveness can take time. It's not something that happens overnight, especially when the pain runs deep. Be patient with yourself as you work through the emotions that arise. There may be days when you feel like you've moved on, only to be reminded of the hurt later. This is normal. Healing is a journey, not a linear process. What's important is that you continue to make the conscious choice to let go of the resentment, no matter how long it takes. Each small step toward forgiveness brings you closer to peace. One helpful practice for cultivating forgiveness is to try to see the situation from the other person's perspective. This doesn't mean justifying their behavior, but it can help you understand why they acted the way they did. Often people hurt others out of their own unresolved pain, insecurities, or lack of awareness. By seeing the humanity in those who hurt us, we can begin to soften the rigid barriers of anger and allow compassion to emerge. Compassion doesn't excuse harmful behavior, but it helps us recognize that, like us, others are imperfect and capable of making mistakes. Ultimately, forgiveness is about freeing yourself. It's about choosing peace over pain, compassion over resentment, and love over anger. When you forgive, even when it's hard, you release the chains that bind you to the past and step into a future filled with more light, love, and possibility. It's one of the greatest acts of self-care and healing you can offer yourself. Gratitude is a simple yet profoundly transformative practice that has the power to change your entire outlook on life. It is more than just saying thank you or acknowledging the good things around you. It is about developing a deep sense of appreciation for all aspects of life, even the small and seemingly insignificant details. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking or going wrong to what is abundant and positive, opening the door to a mindset of contentment, joy, and fulfillment. When practiced consistently, gratitude can lead to profound changes in your emotional well-being, relationships, and overall happiness. At its core, gratitude is a conscious choice. It's easy to get caught up in the busyness of life and overlook the blessings we already have. We often take things for granted, focusing instead on what we want, what's missing, or what we feel we should have. But when you take the time to intentionally focus on what you are grateful for, you begin to see life through a different lens. Suddenly, things that seemed ordinary or mundane become sources of joy and appreciation. You notice the beauty in a sunrise, the warmth of a loved one's smile, or the comfort of a cozy home. Gratitude helps you recognize the richness that is already present in your life, even during challenging times. One of the simplest ways to begin practicing gratitude is to keep a gratitude journal. Each day, take a few minutes to write down 3 to 5 things you are grateful for. They don't have to be big or life-changing. Sometimes the most powerful shifts come from appreciating the small moments, like a hot cup of tea in the morning, or a kind word from a friend. Over time, this practice helps retrain your brain to focus on the positive aspects of your life. What you focus on expands, and by consistently directing your attention to what you are thankful for, you start to cultivate a more positive and optimistic mindset. The beauty of gratitude is that it can be practiced anywhere and at any time. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment or a significant event to feel grateful. You can bring gratitude into your daily routine by mentally acknowledging the good things in your life as they happen. For example, while walking in nature, you can silently give thanks for the fresh air, the beauty of the trees, or the feeling of sunshine on your skin. While at work, you might appreciate the opportunity to learn and grow, the collaboration with your colleagues, or the satisfaction of completing a task. By incorporating gratitude into everyday moments, you create a habit of appreciation that becomes a natural part of your thought process. Gratitude also has a profound impact on relationships. When you regularly express appreciation for the people in your life, it deepens your connections and fosters feelings of love and compassion. Whether it's a simple thank you for a kind gesture or taking time to express your gratitude for someone's presence in your life, these acts of acknowledgement can strengthen bonds and create a more harmonious atmosphere in your relationships. People are naturally drawn to kindness and appreciation, and when you make gratitude a regular practice, you inspire those around you to do the same. One of the most remarkable effects of gratitude is its ability to shift your perspective even in difficult times. Life is not always easy, and we all face challenges, setbacks, and hardships. In these moments, it can be difficult to find things to be grateful for. However, practicing gratitude during tough times can be incredibly powerful. It helps you reframe your challenges, focusing not on what you've lost or what's going wrong, but on what you still have. This doesn't mean ignoring or minimizing the difficulties, but rather finding the silver linings, the lessons, the growth, or the support systems that help you get through tough times. For example, if you've lost a job, practicing gratitude might involve focusing on the new opportunities that this change might bring, the people who are supporting you through the transition, or the skills and experiences you've gained along the way. If you're facing a health challenge, gratitude might involve appreciating the moments when you feel strong, the care you receive from loved ones or healthcare providers, or the resilience of your body as it heals. Gratitude doesn't erase the difficulty, but it helps you find strength, hope, and perspective in the midst of it. Another important aspect of gratitude is that it helps break the cycle of comparison and envy. In today's world, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to others, whether it's through social media, work, or personal relationships. This constant comparison can lead to feelings of inadequacy or dissatisfaction, always thinking that someone else has more or better. Practicing gratitude shifts your focus back to your own life and the abundance that already exists within it. Instead of comparing yourself to others, you begin to appreciate your own unique journey, and this brings a sense of peace and contentment. Gratitude also cultivates a sense of abundance. When you are grateful for what you have, you start to feel that you have enough, that you are enough. This feeling of abundance creates a positive cycle. The more grateful you are, the more you notice the abundance around you, and the more abundance you attract into your life. This doesn't mean that you stop striving for growth or success, but rather that you approach life from a place of fullness rather than lack. In conclusion, gratitude is a powerful practice that can transform your life in countless ways. By shifting your focus from what is missing to what is present, gratitude opens your heart to more joy, love, and peace. It enhances your relationships, strengthens your resilience, and helps you find beauty and meaning in everyday moments. No matter what challenges you face, gratitude reminds you that there is always something to appreciate, and that simple shift can change everything. Affirmations are a powerful tool that can transform your mindset, shift your beliefs, and help you create the life you truly desire. These simple positive statements, when repeated consistently, can reprogram your mind, changing the way you think about yourself, your abilities, and the world around you. While it may seem like just words, affirmations have the potential to influence your emotions, behavior, and reality. In a way, affirmations are your personal superpower, giving you the ability to reshape your inner dialogue and align with your highest potential. At the heart of affirmations is the understanding that your thoughts shape your reality. Everything you experience in life begins with a thought. The thoughts you think influence your emotions, your decisions, and your actions. Over time, these thoughts become habitual, forming the beliefs you hold about yourself and the world. If your thoughts are negative or self-limiting, they can keep you trapped in cycles of doubt, fear, or insecurity. However, by consciously using positive affirmations, you can begin to shift those limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering ones. Affirmations work because of the brain's natural plasticity, meaning that it can be rewired and reshaped through repetition. When you repeat a positive affirmation, you are creating new neural pathways in your brain, reinforcing the idea that the statement is true. Over time, these repeated thoughts become your default way of thinking. For example, if you constantly tell yourself, "I am confident and capable," your brain starts to believe it, and you will begin to feel more confident and capable in your actions. The more you affirm positive qualities, the more they become embedded in your subconscious mind. One of the key benefits of affirmations is that they help you break free from negative self-talk. Many of us are not even aware of the critical, judgmental voice that runs through our minds on a daily basis. This inner voice might tell you that you're not good enough, that you don't deserve success, or that you'll never achieve your goals. Left unchecked, this negative self-talk can sabotage your progress and keep you stuck in a mindset of fear and lack. Affirmations are a way to interrupt this cycle. By consciously replacing negative thoughts with positive affirmations, you take control of your inner dialogue and start to shift your mindset toward one of possibility and abundance. To get the most out of affirmations, it's important to use them consistently. Think of them like exercising a muscle. The more you practice, the stronger they become. Incorporating affirmations into your daily routine is a powerful way to reinforce positive beliefs. You might start your day by looking in the mirror and saying affirmations like, "I am worthy of love and success," or "I am confident in my abilities." You can also repeat affirmations throughout the day as a way to stay focused on your intentions. The more you affirm your positive qualities, the more your subconscious mind will accept them as truth. Affirmations can be particularly helpful when it comes to overcoming fear and self-doubt. Often, when faced with a challenge or an opportunity to grow, our minds default to fear-based thoughts like, "I can't do this," or "What if I fail?" These thoughts can paralyze us and prevent us from taking action. But by using affirmations, you can counteract those fears with empowering statements. For example, if you're about to give a presentation and you're feeling nervous, repeating an affirmation like, "I am calm, confident, and prepared," can help shift your mindset from one of anxiety to one of self-assurance. Affirmations remind you that you have the power to choose your thoughts, even in difficult situations. It's important to create affirmations that resonate with you personally. Generic affirmations may not have the same impact as statements that reflect your unique goals, values, and aspirations. To craft powerful affirmations, start by identifying the areas of your life where you'd like to experience growth or change. Then create positive statements that align with those desires. For example, if you want to improve your self-esteem, you might use affirmations like, "I am worthy of love and respect," or "I embrace my uniqueness and value my strengths." If you want to attract abundance into your life, you could say, "I am open to receiving all the good the universe has to offer." The key is to make your affirmations specific, personal, and stated in the present tense, as if they are already true. One of the most powerful aspects of affirmations is that they help you focus on what you want rather than what you don't want. Many people spend a lot of mental energy worrying about what could go wrong, dwelling on past failures, or imagining worst-case scenarios. But when you focus on the positive, on what you want to create and experience, you begin to shift your energy toward those outcomes. Affirmations help you align with the vibration of abundance, success, love, or whatever you are seeking. When you consistently focus on what you want, you begin to attract more of it into your life. In addition to transforming your inner world, affirmations also impact your outer reality. As you cultivate a more positive mindset, you naturally begin to take actions that align with your affirmations. For example, if you consistently affirm that you are confident and capable, you'll start to approach challenges with a sense of self-assurance, and you'll be more likely to take bold steps toward your goals. Affirmations create a positive feedback loop. As you think more positive thoughts, you take more positive actions, which leads to more positive results. In conclusion, affirmations are a superpower that anyone can use to transform their life. By consciously choosing positive thoughts and repeating them regularly, you can reprogram your mind, shift your beliefs, and align with your highest potential. Whether you're looking to boost your confidence, improve your relationships, or achieve your goals, affirmations are a powerful tool that can help you create the reality you desire. Start today by crafting affirmations that resonate with your unique aspirations and watch as your mindset and life begin to shift in remarkable ways. Taking responsibility for your life is one of the most empowering decisions you can make. It is about acknowledging that you have control over your actions, decisions, and responses, and understanding that you are the architect of your own experience. When you take responsibility for your life, you stop blaming external circumstances or other people for your problems, and you start taking ownership of your choices, your mindset, and the outcomes you create. This shift in perspective can be incredibly liberating as it puts you in the driver's seat of your own destiny, giving you the power to shape the life you want to live. One of the first steps in taking responsibility for your life is recognizing that you always have a choice, even in situations that seem beyond your control. While you may not be able to control everything that happens to you, you do have control over how you respond to those circumstances. Many people fall into the trap of victim mentality, believing that life is happening to them rather than understanding that they have the power to influence their reality. When you take responsibility, you shift from a passive stance to an active one, realizing that you have the ability to choose your reactions, your mindset, and the actions you take moving forward. Taking responsibility doesn't mean blaming yourself for everything that goes wrong, nor does it mean ignoring the external factors that contribute to your challenges. Instead, it's about accepting that, while you may not be at fault for certain things, you are still responsible for how you move forward from those situations. It's about understanding that your future is in your hands and that you have the power to make different choices, adopt a new mindset, and take action toward a better outcome. This mindset shift is incredibly powerful because it eliminates the feeling of helplessness that comes from believing you have no control. One of the most important aspects of taking responsibility is owning your mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, and it's easy to fall into the habit of making excuses, shifting blame, or denying your role in a situation. But when you take responsibility, you acknowledge where you went wrong and see it as an opportunity for growth. Owning your mistakes doesn't mean beating yourself up or dwelling in guilt. It means learning from those experiences and using them to improve. By taking responsibility for your actions, you demonstrate accountability, which is key to personal and professional growth. You become someone who is willing to learn, adapt, and improve rather than someone who avoids or deflects challenges. Taking responsibility for your life also means letting go of the need to control everything outside of yourself. Often people waste a lot of energy trying to control others or manipulate situations to get the outcomes they want. But the truth is, the only thing you truly have control over is yourself, your thoughts, your actions, and your responses. When you focus on what you can control, you free yourself from the frustration and stress that comes from trying to control the uncontrollable. You begin to channel your energy into what truly matters: your own growth, your own actions, and your own choices. A big part of taking responsibility for your life is also recognizing the power of your thoughts and beliefs. Your mindset plays a huge role in shaping your experiences. If you constantly believe that you are powerless or that life is unfair, you will continue to see evidence of those beliefs in your life. However, if you choose to adopt empowering beliefs such as "I am capable of overcoming challenges," or "I have the power to create positive change in my life," you will start to see opportunities where there once were obstacles. Your beliefs shape your reality, and when you take responsibility for your thoughts, you begin to create a more positive and empowering life. Another important element of responsibility is self-discipline. When you take responsibility for your life, you understand that your success and happiness are directly linked to the actions you take each day. This means developing habits of discipline, setting goals, and taking consistent action toward those goals, even when it's difficult. It's easy to procrastinate, make excuses, or blame circumstances for why you're not where you want to be. But true responsibility means recognizing that the power to change lies within you. It's about holding yourself accountable and doing what needs to be done to achieve your desired outcome. Taking responsibility for your life also means being proactive rather than reactive. Many people go through life reacting to whatever comes their way without a clear sense of direction or purpose. But when you take responsibility, you become proactive. You set clear goals, make plans, and take intentional actions toward creating the life you want. You stop waiting for things to happen and start making things happen. This proactive approach empowers you to take control of your destiny and to live a life that aligns with your values and aspirations. Finally, taking responsibility for your life means embracing self-empowerment. It's about recognizing that you have everything within you to create the life you desire. You don't need to wait for someone else to give you permission or for external circumstances to change. You have the power to make different choices, adopt new habits, and pursue your dreams. By taking responsibility, you claim your own power and commit to being the creator of your life, rather than a passive participant. In conclusion, taking responsibility for your life is one of the most empowering and transformative decisions you can make. It's about owning your choices, embracing accountability, and recognizing that you have the power to shape your reality. When you take responsibility, you move from victimhood to empowerment, from passivity to action, and from blame to growth. This shift in perspective allows you to live a life that is purposeful, fulfilling, and aligned with your highest potential. Trusting the process of life is about surrendering to the flow of life's natural unfolding, even when things don't go as planned or as expected. It requires faith that life is working out for your highest good, even if the path is unclear or the journey feels difficult at times. Trusting the process means believing that every experience, whether positive or challenging, is part of a larger, meaningful tapestry that is leading you toward growth, learning, and fulfillment. This mindset can bring a deep sense of peace and acceptance, helping you navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. At its core, trusting the process of life is an act of surrender. It doesn't mean giving up or being passive, rather, it means letting go of the need to control every outcome or know exactly how things will unfold. So often we get caught up in trying to force situations, plan every detail, or cling to specific outcomes, thinking that we know what's best for us. But life is full of uncertainties and complexities that are beyond our control. By trusting the process, you allow life to flow naturally, understanding that there is a greater wisdom at play, one that may lead you in unexpected but ultimately rewarding directions. One of the greatest challenges to trusting the process is dealing with uncertainty and the unknown. As human beings, we naturally seek security and predictability. When we don't know how things will turn out, it can create anxiety, fear, or doubt. But trusting the process invites us to embrace uncertainty as part of the journey. Instead of fearing the unknown, we can view it as a space of possibility, where new opportunities and lessons may emerge. Trusting the process teaches us to let go of the need for immediate answers and outcomes, and instead focus on what we can control: our attitudes, our actions, and our mindset. A key aspect of trusting the process is learning patience. We live in a fast-paced world where we often want immediate results, instant success, and quick resolutions to our problems. But life doesn't always operate on our timeline. Sometimes the things we desire most take time to unfold, and there may be detours, delays, or obstacles along the way. Trusting the process means understanding that everything happens in its own perfect timing. It's about accepting that there is a season for everything, whether it's a season of growth, rest, healing, or learning. By cultivating patience, we can move through life with greater ease, knowing that everything is happening as it should. When we trust the process, we also learn to release the need for perfection or control. Many people hold on to rigid expectations of how things should be, leading to disappointment or frustration when life doesn't go according to plan. But trusting the process means recognizing that life's twists and turns are part of the journey. Sometimes the things that don't go according to plan are the very things that lead us to growth, transformation, or unexpected opportunities. It's about trusting that even the setbacks, challenges, or difficulties are shaping us into the people we are meant to become. One of the beautiful aspects of trusting the process is that it cultivates a sense of inner peace. When we let go of the need to control or force things, we free ourselves from the stress and tension that comes with constant striving or worrying. Trusting the process allows us to be more present, to enjoy the moment, and to have faith that the future will unfold as it's meant to. It brings a sense of calm, knowing that even if things don't make sense right now, they will in time. This inner peace can act as an anchor during difficult moments, reminding us to stay grounded and patient as life unfolds. Trusting the process also encourages us to develop a deeper relationship with ourselves and with life itself. It calls for self-reflection and a willingness to connect with our intuition. Often the process of life leads us to inner growth and self-discovery. When we trust the process, we open ourselves to learning more about who we are, what we value, and what truly matters to us. The challenges we face may serve as opportunities to deepen our self-awareness or to strengthen our resilience. By trusting the process, we trust that life is guiding us toward greater self-understanding and personal evolution. A helpful way to embrace trust in the process is to focus on the present moment. Often our worries and anxieties stem from projecting into the future or replaying the past. But the present moment is where life is actually happening. When you stay present, you can appreciate the gifts, lessons, and experiences that are right in front of you. Trusting the process doesn't mean waiting passively for the future. It means actively engaging with the present, making the most of each day, and trusting that by doing so, you are contributing to a future that will unfold in its own perfect way. Trusting the process of life also involves faith in your own ability to handle whatever comes your way. Life will inevitably present challenges, setbacks, and changes, but trusting the process reminds you that you have the inner strength and resources to navigate them. Every obstacle is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to evolve. When you trust the process, you trust yourself. You trust that no matter what happens, you have the capacity to adapt, to persevere, and to thrive. In conclusion, trusting the process of life is about surrendering to the flow, letting go of the need for control, and embracing life's natural rhythms. It invites you to cultivate patience, release rigid expectations, and find peace in the present moment. Trusting the process allows you to see life's challenges as opportunities for growth and transformation, and it deepens your connection to yourself and the unfolding journey. Ultimately, it is a practice of faith in life, faith in the timing of things, and faith in your own ability to navigate whatever comes your way. By trusting the process, you open yourself to a life of greater peace, fulfillment, and possibility. Being open to change is one of the most transformative attitudes you can cultivate in your life. Change is an inevitable part of the human experience, yet many of us resist it out of fear, discomfort, or a desire for familiarity. However, embracing change can lead to profound personal growth, new opportunities, and a more fulfilling life. When you approach change with an open mind and heart, you allow yourself to adapt, learn, and flourish in ways you might never have imagined. This mindset shifts your perspective from one of fear and resistance to one of curiosity and possibility. One of the primary reasons people resist change is fear of the unknown. We tend to feel safer in our routines and comfort zones where everything feels familiar. However, it's essential to recognize that staying in our comfort zones can also lead to stagnation. When we cling to what we know, we miss out on opportunities for growth and exploration. By being open to change, we can step outside of our comfort zones and discover new possibilities. Each change we encounter, whether big or small, presents an opportunity for us to learn something new about ourselves, develop new skills, or connect with different people. Embracing change requires a shift in mindset. Instead of viewing change as a threat, try to see it as an opportunity for growth. This shift can begin with a simple question: what can I learn from this situation? When faced with change, ask yourself how it might benefit you in the long run. This approach encourages a more positive outlook and allows you to focus on potential opportunities rather than the obstacles. By reframing your perspective, you create space for new experiences and insights that can enhance your life. Another essential aspect of being open to change is cultivating resilience. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns, and not all change will feel comfortable or welcome. However, developing resilience allows you to bounce back from challenges and adapt to new circumstances. When you trust in your ability to handle whatever life throws your way, you become more willing to embrace change. Resilience comes from acknowledging that setbacks and failures are part of the journey, not the end. Every experience, positive or negative, can provide valuable lessons that contribute to your growth. In addition to resilience, practicing self-awareness is crucial for being open to change. Understanding your emotions and reactions to change helps you navigate the process with greater ease. When you become aware of your fears, anxieties, or resistance, you can address them constructively. This awareness allows you to respond to change with intention rather than reacting impulsively. Take time to reflect on your feelings and thoughts regarding change and identify any limiting beliefs that may be holding you back. By recognizing these patterns, you can begin to shift your mindset and approach change with a sense of openness and curiosity. Being open to change also involves letting go of attachment to specific outcomes. Often we have a vision of how we want our lives to unfold, and when things don't go according to that plan, we can feel disappointed or frustrated. However, life rarely follows a linear path. Instead of fixating on how things should be, practice being flexible and adaptable. This means allowing yourself to explore new directions and opportunities that may arise unexpectedly. By relinquishing attachment to a particular outcome, you free yourself to embrace whatever possibilities life presents. Moreover, openness to change encourages creativity and innovation. When you allow yourself to explore new ideas, perspectives, and experiences, you open the door to creative solutions and breakthroughs. Change often requires us to think outside the box and adapt to new situations. By fostering an open mindset, you become more receptive to creative approaches that can enhance your life, career, or relationships. Whether it's trying a new hobby, exploring a different career path, or changing your daily routine, each change can spark new ideas and inspire growth. Connecting with others is another essential aspect of being open to change. Sharing your experiences, thoughts, and feelings about change can provide support and encouragement. Surround yourself with people who embrace change and growth, as their energy can inspire you to do the same. Engage in conversations that challenge your thinking and encourage you to explore new perspectives. Building a supportive network can create a sense of belonging and community that makes navigating change easier and more enjoyable. In the face of change, practicing self-compassion is crucial. It's natural to feel uncertain or anxious during times of transition, but treating yourself with kindness and understanding can help ease those feelings. Acknowledge that change can be challenging and that it's okay to feel discomfort. Instead of judging yourself for your feelings, embrace them as part of the process. By practicing self-compassion, you create a nurturing environment for yourself, allowing you to face change with greater courage and openness. Finally, remember that being open to change is a lifelong journey. It's not about becoming completely fearless or eliminating all discomfort. Rather, it's about developing a mindset that welcomes change as a natural part of life. Each experience, each change contributes to your growth and evolution as a person. Embrace the journey with curiosity and a willingness to learn, knowing that every change brings you one step closer to becoming the person you are meant to be. In conclusion, being open to change is an essential skill that can transform your life. It allows you to embrace new opportunities, foster resilience, and cultivate creativity. By shifting your mindset, practicing self-awareness, letting go of attachment, connecting with others, and practicing self-compassion, you can navigate change with grace and confidence. Ultimately, being open to change empowers you to create a life that is rich with experiences, growth, and fulfillment. Trust the journey of change, for it holds the potential to lead you to new horizons and possibilities.